All right, hello, hello. So for all of you joining in, I am excited to share this class with you tonight. So before we begin, anybody that does have a Young Living oil, grab your frankincense because tonight is about mindfulness, and frankincense definitely helps with being in the moment and letting us focus. All right. Over me. So if we have not met, my name is Tiffany Roberts, and I am absolutely, I love supporting people who are motivated to learn the importance of mindfulness and meditation. I am motivated to help you gain clarity, understanding, calmness, and also to open your mind to amazing, benefits of mindfulness. I am Tiffany Roberts. My husband and I, Dr. Gabe Roberts, own a functional medicine clinic in Prairie Village, Kansas. And we, make it a big part of our practice to help you with lifestyle and ways that you can do simple things at home that definitely help improve your lifestyle and improve your stress and everything like that. Because if you're too stressed, you're definitely not going to heal. So what is mindfulness? The practice of mindfulness is simply being aware of what is happening right now. Mindfulness in theory is extremely straightforward. Simply put, it is the practice of being fully present, fully aware, and fully able to engage with one's current situation or environment. Why then does it seem so elusive? So many of us are accustomed to overstimulation from the outside world, things directly taking our attention away from what is happening right now. The more time we spend in our heads thinking about things that aren't happening right now in front of us, things that have maybe happened in the past or have yet to have happened, this is the less time we spend being mindful. Harvard students investigated the effects of the alpha rhythm, the rhythm of the brain and their movements, which are associated with our distractions. This brain rhythm is thought to decrease activity in the mind, which is associated with being distracted and overstimulated. Participants are given an 8-week mindful meditation program, where they saw their attention and direction improve significantly, leading to the researchers to conclude a positive benefit of mindfulness, where responsible. So being mindful definitely can be shown with scientific research. So surrender what is, let's see, that's not right. Sorry, guys. My slide's not right. Okay, sorry, here we go. Surrender what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. That is a quote by Sonia Ricotta. Leading on from our last slide, not holding on to the past emotions or events are a huge part of what we learn in mindfulness. The importance of letting go of previous experiences and feelings is vital if we are to truly live in the now and glean maximum potential from our current situation. As Eckhart Tolle and countless other mindfulness experiencers have declared, thoughts aren't facts. And so we need to stop thinking, that they are. How many of you have ever wrongfully believed in something that you told yourself without a factual validation or a foundation, and ended up in a ball of anxiety or with excessive and needless worry. I have in the past. Letting go can be very difficult, and it's a skill that can be mastered, as our minds are particularly good at convincing us a thing has been let go, but in fact, we really kind of keep it inside. Whether it's letting go of the feeling of the need to be busy, letting go of a person, a place, or experience, whatever it is, mindfulness is the key. So I don't need statistics here to tell you that increases in instances of anxiety, depression, and various other forms of mental illness have been brought to the forefront of our awareness in recent years. This and the fact that mindfulness seems to work effectively against them as a huge reason, is a huge reason people are expressing more and more interest in it. So, how does it help? Mindfulness calls our attention back into the now, okay? While symptoms of anxiety include preoccupation with potential future events or past occurrences, it makes sense that mindfulness works. But mindfulness is not something that can be simply achieved once and then will be available for good. It takes practice. Engaging with a regular mindfulness and meditation practice is the only way to build up stamina and awareness to the onset of anxiety or other symptoms of poor mental health. The more we familiarize ourselves with our personal now, our personal state of being present, and become comfortable with it, the more accessible it becomes. So the more that you do it, the more it will be easier to do. This means that our ability to rationalize a situation and draw ourselves back into balance is increased with practice. So mindfulness simply becomes a tool that we can access easily and to use it to our advantage. Decreasing your reactivity to external events and triggers is another benefit of our regular mindfulness practice. Self-awareness and self-observation are vital skills in which people are regularly meditate have been proven to have higher levels, and these are tools with which help us become less reactive, less out of the reptilian brain and more into the human brain, and more mindful of ourselves. Cognitive flexibility also refers to the ability to be more effectively switch between the thoughts and ideas. So maybe multitasking, that's a no-no. We should concentrate on one thing at a time. Improving the ability to multitask allows us to process more information more effectively, and ultimately then to begin increasing our productivity. So even though you are doing multiple things, you're very focused on doing the right steps. You don't make mistakes. So the more that we can do that, the better we can be able to be mindful. While multitasking also has its drawbacks, the overall improved brain capacity required to successfully do so is where the benefits of regular meditation can be observed. Think of it as being better able to handle over reactive thoughts and irrational responses. And I'm pretty sure that we all know at least one person who could benefit from this skill. So a really easy way to incorporate mindfulness into everyday life is to simply slow things down. Slow down your eating, your meals, and really take the time to actually taste your food and be thankful for it. Slow down your walk to work or college or wherever you're going, and take time to notice your surroundings. Slow down your quick responses to interactions. Whatever you're doing and wherever you're going, challenge yourself to observe one thing every day. And you'll be amazed at how much calmer you feel. When we slow down, we automatically become more mindful and our attention gets more focused on the tasks at hand. This not only optimizes the levels of productivity, but also enjoyment level. You're going to enjoy things a lot more. There are several methods which we can, have been shown effective in helping us slow down and boost our mindfulness. And some of these include our breath. We teach you how to do breathing techniques. Getting sufficient sleep. This is highly important. Minimizing your distractions, keeping your phone away when you're trying to concentrate on something else. Or if you're reading a book, don't even look at your phone. Do your tasks that you need to do, but don't be distracted by Facebook or things like that. Slowing down not only the way that we move our bodies, but our minds too. And this is vital if we are to understand and reap the benefits and the importance of mindfulness. So for many people, breath work is a vital tool which helps them to slow down and become more mindful. I'm going to talk to you through some really easy techniques that you can practice whenever and wherever you are. If you find yourself getting anxious, stressed, or disconnecting from your present moment. So the first one is equal breathing. So this technique uses equal inhales and equal exhales to balance out our breathing. So for inhaling for 4, we exhale for 4. Okay. So balance can do the body really good, beginning with your breath. So you start to inhale in a count of 4, then you exhale for a count of 4 all through your nose, okay? Which adds a natural resistance to the breath. So just take a moment and take a deep breath for me for 4 counts through the nose. Right? So when it works best, anytime, any place, and it's free, guys. This is one technique that is especially effective before bedtime. If you have trouble sleeping, this technique can help you take your mind off the racing thoughts and whatever might be distracting you from your quality sleep. So abdominal breathing technique. This technique is great for opening the airways and expanding the lungs as increased oxygen flow to the brain has been proven to also affect alertness. So if you need to have a little bit more alertness, we need to breathe through to the abdomen. So how it's done. With one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly, you take a deep breath through your nose, ensuring the diaphragm, not your chest, okay, inflates enough air and it creates a stretch in the lungs. Okay, so the goal is 10 to 6 deep, slow breaths per minute for about 10 minutes each day. And you can experience immediate reduction in heart rate and your blood pressure. So let's go ahead and try that. Breathe in your stomach, not your chest. And you notice my hand wasn't moving with my breath because my stomach was. So this is good before an exam or a stressful event, but keep in mind those who operate in a stress state all the time might be a little shocked how hard it is to take control of your breath when they finally turn the attention to it. So that means If it's hard for you, you should probably practice this a little bit more so that you can get the full benefits of it. So alternate nostril breathing. This is another yogic breathing technique. This one is alternating the nostril breathing to equalize the amount of oxygen received on both sides of the brain. So a yogi's best friend is this breath is said to be calm and balanced and unite the right and the left side of the brain. Starting in a comfortable meditative pose, hold the right thumb over the right nostril and inhale through the left nostril. So right here. Okay. At the peak of the inhalation, close the left nostril with the right finger, then exhale through the right nose, okay? So it's going to be like a little cycle, okay? And then you repeat it for the left side as well. So this is going to help you with focus and energizing. Don't try this one before bed because it can give you a lot of energy throughout the day. So if you need energy during mid-afternoon, this would be a good one to try, you know, at your desk. All mindfulness techniques are ultimately forms of meditation, and so the vague lines that exist between the two are often confused. While mindfulness simply encourages us to cultivate awareness of our present moment and surroundings, meditation can often be focused on a particular thing or intention, like concentration. So in this way, both meditation and mindfulness require a great deal of concentration. Regularly entering states of deep concentration and meditation ultimately improves our overall capacity to concentrate. So the neurobiology involved in the process of mindfulness has caught the eye of many scientists eager to learn more about the benefits. They've found countless instances of improved brain function and newly formed neural pathways as a result of meditation and mindfulness, scientifically proving that mindfulness can change the way that your brain works. From cognitive and behavioral improvements to concentration and productivity levels increased, there can be no denying that this practice is a wonderful way to change the way that we think. So mindfulness, yoga, and meditation are often associated with one another as they all deal with similar intentions of bringing the body and the mind back into a state of balance. While it's also almost standard practice to include elements of meditation and mindfulness in a yoga class, however, both mindfulness and meditation can be taught independently of yoga. Both practices concern themselves with cultivating awareness. Yoga, awareness of the body, and meditation is awareness of the mind. Thus, I'm sure that you'll understand that combining the two practices can make for an extremely effective method for obtaining self-awareness and clarity. So cultivating mindfulness during a yoga practice is a great way to start basic mindfulness too, as the movements of the body are always there to start drawing attention and awareness to find your mind wandering. So if you find it wandering, you can always, go back to being in that moment with yoga and your mindfulness. Mindfulness in every day is a similar focus and awareness to what is happening around us. Mindfulness for kids. This is so important for kids and teenagers to learn as a skill, as it is not only benefit concentration levels and behavioral issues, but it increases self and body awareness, compassion, and understanding. When combined with yoga, it has also been proven to decrease the symptoms of ADHD, and breath work is known to be particularly effective in combating behavioral issues as well. It is no wonder that it's becoming hugely popular in some schools, with numerous studies proving that multiple benefits of including a program like this for mindfulness and yoga in the curriculum. And I think that we definitely need to help our kids with this, because they're so in tuned on their phones and electronics that they kind of lose connection. They lose connection with, people and themselves. So this is a very good thing for children to start using. It's easy to want to give our kids the best chance possible at concentration and productivity in school, but what about the parents? Corporate mindfulness and yoga has also been seeing a massive increase in the past year, with most busy office chains and corporate offices realizing the benefits as well, and beginning to offer classes and workshops to their employees, either free or at a discounted rate. An hour of meditation, mindfulness, and yoga at lunchtime is the perfect way to recharge your mind and body and encourage a continued level of productivity during the busy work hours. When this is offered within the office, it makes sense that employees will spend less time traveling to and from their desk to get, their hit of inspiration and balance. It is also a great way to encourage a workplace morale and help employees develop connections with one another outside of their working mindset. So the benefits are really endless. The process of becoming more of ourselves can often call into question other weaknesses and difficulties that we may have been covering up, and such as issues such as self-confidence or things like that. It can be difficult to realize, but once mindfulness and self-awareness expose a lack of confidence, we can either retreat further back into the unconsciousness, as Eckhart Tolle labels it, or we can choose a step forward to embrace it. This embracing ourselves manifests outwardly as an increase in self-confidence, and is definitely one of the more outwardly noticeable effects of successful mindfulness practice. Imagine somebody that who has already been shy, introspective, or nervous, and suddenly becoming comfortable with themselves and all that they are. How empowering would that be, right? This is the power and benefit of mindfulness and acceptance. This is where the immersion power of the practice lies. And the funny thing is, this realization is ironically a realization that everything the practitioner already has inside of themselves. And it's just a sufficient way to capture that and to empower themselves. So flow state is defined as a unique state of mind, which artists and writers of various disciplines have come to understand as a state of emission and prolonged focus. During flow state, productivity and creativity reach a peak state of balance and expression, and creatives have been known to describe it as a state of detachment from the outside world, allowing them to intently focus on the task at hand. Mindfulness and meditation are a stepping stone of being able to intentionally enter into the state of flow. By practicing directed thought and awareness, we cultivate a sort of stamina for our mind to maintain this state for longer, thus practicing a state of flow. Flow is a state of meditation and mindfulness that you're experiencing not while sitting quietly, but while fully and completely absorbed in an activity. Have you ever done something that you just absolutely love doing and it becomes very relaxing? I love taking photographs, and when I'm in that moment, I am capturing that moment, and it's so stress relieving. That is what a flow state is. Something that you absolutely love and you kind of get lost into it. If you're still a little bit unsure where to start with your personal mindfulness and meditation journey, I'd recommend simply trying out some basic guided meditations. There are a wealth of resources online, such as the ones that we can talk about, where I'll link in the support group later. There's amazing foundations to build your meditation practice on by just taking 10 to 15 minutes at first to really choose and engage with your thoughts. Basically, just take a moment and pause. In the morning before you start your day, or just before bed, to help you drift off to your sleep, and definitely the best times to practice mindfulness and meditation, as they help our minds prepare for the task before us, or help us unwind from the tasks that we had to do that day. I'm interested to hear any questions that you have regarding this and starting your mindfulness meditation. You can always message me or always email me. I am always here to help you with that. So although it is advisable to disconnect completely from the internet to successfully engage with our meditation, we just can't deny that there are amazing resources and information and ways that we can look up on the internet in regards to this type of practice. So from guided meditation on YouTube, or articles and techniques that you might be best for your maximization of your mindfulness practice. So my advice here is to search what you think you might need. It's got to be a personal journey. There are lots of resources out there. Pick something that suits you and feels right to you, because that's where you're going to get the maximum benefits. Because if it feels good to you, then it's the right choice for you. Not everybody can do certain things. So again, just research on YouTube or through mindfulness resources on websites, and pick something that you can definitely work with. If you're still unsure, and let's face it, most of us are when we first begin, if you take nothing else from this event, at least let it be confident to just try it, okay? Start small, 5 to 10 minutes a day, then gradually start to increase it. Make up your mind to stay put for that long, okay? And notice the fluctuations from day in and day out, and your breathing and your attention and your energy. Don't beat yourself up if it doesn't quite work the first few times, as there is no such thing as a bad meditation, okay? It's just basically practicing. It helps us to, delve deeper and cultivate awareness, even if it's 1/2 of a second, every day. The more busy, distracted, and uneasy you are, the more that you need to meditate, okay? As the old Zen saying goes, you should sit in meditation in 20 minutes a day unless you're too busy. Then you need to sit for an hour, right? If you're too busy for 20 minutes, sit for an hour. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out Facebook me, text me. You guys know how to get a hold of me, and I would love to help you on this journey. So thank you so much for taking time tonight to experience this class. I love sharing this topic with people who are eager to start experiencing mindfulness and meditation. And the more information that you need, I am definitely here for you. I have a question here. Let's look if I can find it.